Okay, off to another trifecta. I'll call it trifecta. I have 3 rolls here, 50, 50, 50. Hand rolled from the bank. Well, they're all 3 from the bank. Machine rolled, Harrisburg, PA. We get some nice stuff in here. Well, we'll see. And another hand rolled coin tube. Well, let's get going. I'm gonna start with this one first. Make sure there's probably 40 or so wheat pennies in here. Wouldn't that be nice? It's happened. Quick look. Nothing's jumping out at me and saying, look at me first. We'll go through them all. I'm off to the microscope view. I have to get you in the microscope view. There you go. Make sure it's centered. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. First one up. 2000. Looking for a wide AM. Not here. 1989 Denver. Nothing here. 22. No die clash. We got the measles on the back. 88 Denver. No issues. 16. A mess. 22. Nothing there. 77 Denver. Off to copper. 18. Ratty looking. That looks like a 2000. Let's see. Close AM anyway. 91. Nothing. 85. Nothing going on. 17. Nothing. 1890. And nothing there. 22. And 22s, you want to look for the die clash. 24. Actually all coins, but 22 that's showing up. Nothing there. 25. Nothing there. So let's see. Oh, you gotta see quite a bit of 25s coming up in bank rolls. And making the rounds. $22. Nothing there. 17. Nothing there. 14. Nothing there. 20. Ratty. 14. A little off center. Nothing there. 82 large date. Little machine doubling on the Liberty. It's very minor. Check the back. And weigh it. It's copper. Again, we got see a Liberty. Little doubling. Well, a chatter. Machine doubling. Nothing really substantial. Send it up to copper. 23. And there. 99. I'm looking for that wide AM. Not here. 14. Mess. 23. Nothing there. 99. No wide AM. 82. Large date. Nothing there. Check the weight. It's copper. Up to copper. 24. Nothing there. 03. Nothing there. 2013. Nothing there. 68. No issues. Off the copper. 21. Nothing there. 14. Nothing there. 25. Brand new coin. Look at that mess, huh? Hey, what a nightmare. Nothing there. 2018. With a seagull. Little extra V, it's a seagull. Or eagle. That's what I saw. Back to the bank. 16. 99 Denver. Off center. Got a little machine doubling on the 9s. That could be just debris. It's a wide AM. I mean, sorry, narrow. It's a close AM. Off to the bank. 2000. Close AM. Off to the bank. 04. Off to the bank. 23. To the bank. 24. To the bank. Another 24. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of die clash going on here. You don't see any pattern to it. Back to the bank. 24. Back to the bank. 25. Back to the bank. 16. To the bank. 24. Got a dent there on the right. I don't know what that's from. We'll see if something's on the back. 24. It must be just a dent. I see these marks on it. It's like something. Could be a shot from the front. Yeah, it looks like a dent to the bank. 13. To the bank. 21. Okay. Nothing really showed up on that roll. Yeah, a little bit of machine doubling or what have you. Nothing serious. So, we're going to go to the next one. Go to one of these preform rolls. Get that out. Oop, there we go. Alright. Visual. Nothing jumping at me. So off to the hunt. Let's start with this old looking one. 68 Denver. Copper. 83. Spike head on the 83. Check the weight. It's zinc. We'll put that one aside. Haven't seen many spiked heads on an 83. 21. 75. Copper. 17. Ratty. Another 17. 16. Nothing there. 99 Denver. Lost its cladding. It's a close AM, so but this one, it's actually interesting. Complete, other than by the face, complete cladding failure. Just about. Technically it's just a weak cladding. I don't think it's worn off. It just never really took well. And I'll put this one aside just because it's not too common. It is enough for them out, but yeah, to have over 99% of the cladding missing, it puts it in a special place. What's that, a 75? Ooh. Oh, that's sandblasted or what? Definitely had. Yeah, definitely. It's copper. Oh, of course that. Sandblasted? Oh, definitely PMD. Anything on the side. Alright. It's a copper. 22. Junk. 01. Back to the bank. 95. Back to the bank. 91 Denver. Little off center. Machine doubling. Mild. Let's see. Could. If that's a very small cud, it's not worth anything. It's just could have been a reason for the off-center strike. Seen that happen. Anyway, a hard pass on this one. Back to the bank. 22. 21. 93. 99. Find that wide AM. Nope. What do we got here? 78 Ratty. Copper. 01. To the bank. 16. Scratch. 23. Back to the bank. 06. Back to the bank. 74. A little shadowing on the god. Slightly off center, not really much to cause doubling, but off the copper. 21. Back to the bank. 2020. Got whacked. To the bank. 22. Back to the bank. 07. Back to the bank. 22. Back to the bank. 21. Back to the bank. 97. Back to the bank. 98. Drum roll for the wide AM. Nope. I was supposed to do a guitar solo, not a drum roll. Right. 15. Maybe the next one. Maybe this one. 95. It's a clean looking coin. 95. No issues. 13. Chicken pox. 22. Nothing. 81. Copper. Another 81. Copper. 22. Looks like a die crack right there. Crack planchet, cladding. Almost appears as if a little included cut, encapsulated cud came out from the crack. And call it what you want. This one would be a hard coin to sell, but it is an error. I'm gonna put it aside. I'll put it in with the copper. 98. Close AM. 2020. T. Machine doubling. Back to the bank. 17. 96. Nothing there. 77. What is going on here? Well, everything looks like it's where it's supposed to be. Well, into copper. 81. Slightly offset. Into copper. 98. Alright, let's see that wide AM. Nope. Back to the bank. 85 Denver. Off to the bank. 16. 13. Nothing. Excuse me. 93. Nothing going on. Alright, off to the bank. It's just gonna do this final roll. Machine roll from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Let's see what we got. Mix them up a little bit. And these rolls do produce nice stuff sometimes. Let's just go at it. Just do it. 23. Oh, do we have a V? Oh, it's a unicorn. It's like one of those high V's. A crosshatch. Very mild V. But there's V's everywhere. So 23. That's not an extra V. Off to the bank. hard pressed to find something nice about that coin. It's copper. 2018 to the bank. 17. Back you go. 21. Get out of here. 93. The bank. 21. Bank. 22. Oh, 3. A weak strike on that one. This looks like a crack by the D. Look at that. Yeah, it's just a mess. Back to the bank. 64. Copper. 94. Nothing going on. 89. Back to the bank. 83. That looks like a spike head on this one too. It could be a very mild spike head on this 83. But we're not going to claim it is. It looks like one. And it's zinc. So back to the bank. Number 83. There's another. That one I'm not even going to say spike head. It looked like something was trying to work its way down. You know, right where they typically are. We just weigh that. 2.5. Zinc. 17. Junk. 89. No issues. 16. One die. 20. 20 Denver. Scratch. Egg. 97. Back to the bank. 84. Another really weak cladding. Very thin. Actually a nice looking coin. 84. And the O has a little machine doubling. The R, Liberty, very minor. I'm just looking at this pretty much overall. There's little or no damage at all to this coin. Maybe a little scuff over there by the 4. And a little bit in the rim, but nothing below the L in Liberty. This coin's actually in really good shape. On the back, you have a scuff on the United. This looks like a bag mark. I'm just gonna put this aside because just because of the weak cladding. I'll put that over there. It's just a nice specimen. Oh wait, I'm never gonna sell that. I can't. Oh, I think it looks nice. No. There's another one, no cladding. This must be no cladding day. This one actually is really void of it. But it's kind of messed up. It's dirty. It's got a lot of surface marring. Oh. Another one, basically got a little cladding on the side and the collar. Send that one back to the bank. I know, I should be saving them. I don't know why not. Why I should, honestly. You see enough of them. 66. It's not a toned down copper coin because it had cladding. 63. It's a different animal. Alright, let's see a wide AM here. Do it. Nope. Nothing there. Yusk. Nope. 95. Denver. Yusk. 08. The last year of the memorial building. Nothing there. 22. Nothing there. 2000. How close I am. 23. Look at that mess, huh? I don't see an extra V there. And if I did, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it. Garbage. Ugh. Garbage. 76. Copper. 18. Junk. 76. Copper. 88. Nothing going on. 23. Nothing. 04. Denver. nothing. 75 timber. Big chunk taken out. Copper. 95. Nothing. 2000. It's shiny. Nothing going on. 06. Nope. 23. Nope. And finally, 23. Nothing. Alright, so out of those 3 rolls we got a 22. Let me say it was a spike head? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, had the cracked planchet, or the area. And actually, folks can argue till the cows come home about this, but I think it's what's going on here. It's like it's not a cut along the edge, but it's encapsulated inside the coin, and from the crack and the pressure of the stamping, material came up. So what do you call it? Well, I call it an encapsulated cut. But clearly, you could see there's no chip in the cladding. That's exposed. That's coming up. So basically, list this coin as a cracked planchet, or let's say it's a die crack. Could have been a die crack with a chip that cracked it, but I think it's more or less a crack in the planchet, weak spot that cracked during the strike, and inside the coin came up, and more so the copper that heated up and melted and came up. One or the other, but definitely you can see when I turn it, it's definitely a raised area. So is it really valuable? No. But this vintage, with the die clashes and all that, got some raised area by his cheek. I'm not calling it a clash, but that's definitely a cracked planchet, or, a cladding crack. It's cracked, and material came up from underneath. Look at where it would be located here on this side of the coin. It'd be up here, and there's no evidence of anything going on this side. So anyway, that's that. It's mild. I'm going to put it in the copper pile for collectors that buy my copper and they stumble across it, and enjoy that coin. And here we have another spike head. It's for the same reason. It's a crack from the strike, and this one, though it's minor, that's what happened. And you can see some of it veered off in these directions. It's not the typical spike head you see going through the Wii, but it is nonetheless. And again, it's mild. But for 83, you don't see them often. The 83s. This is the first year. So just for that, it puts it in And then the condition of the coin, it's really a nice condition. So hopefully someone could use it somewhere in their collection. And looking on the back, I also see a little crack working here at the corner of the building. So this coin went through a lot of pressure when it was struck. And you can see the other side of the building as well. Has a very small hairline crack. So any value? No, I don't really give it really any value. It's just that it's not normal. It's not a typical 83. Right? And it is, it's got issues. So right there, it's got a little bit of the cladding, the bubbling and the cladding. But that's very common. Uh, Again, I'll put it in with the collectibles. Hopefully someone got to use it. I'll put it in there gently. And it's 84. I just like this coin because it's very clean looking. It does have that rim indentation issue on the right. Typical with these 80s, 90s vintage coins. But other than that scarring by the 4 and a little bit under the ST, there's very little field damage here. Very little. That's it. Pretty much it. Another little scratch, over here. But if you were a coin grader, you say, all right, knock it down, knock it down, knock it down. But if you really look at this coin, and on the back you have a little bit of, issues with this is from, the minting when the coins hit each other and have a little nick right here. But overall, and the only reason why I want to bring it up with this coin, because it's also involved with a very weak cladding, which puts it in not that it's rare, it's just that it puts it in a special place. And being the condition really don't see anywhere. Maybe a little, nick on the cheek and a little bumping, but overall, this is a nice coin. I definitely put it in a holder of some sort. For 84, it's 40 years old. Just for that reason. It's just different. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in with the, if you look at it in natural light, it has a coppery tone, but it's very weak. More of a zinc tone. So we're going to go put that one in with the collectibles. And again, this is a 99 pewter with very little bit of cladding left. Evidence of it here and around the face. On the collar, here, some down here. But for the most part, this is a zinc penny, with no cladding. Or very weak cladding. Maybe when the cladding was applied, or however it wasn't annealed correctly. I just don't know. But that sets this coin apart. And again, I'm not calling any value to it. I'm not saying this coin's really worth anything, other than it's got nice curb appeal. If you are a coin collector, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a 99. It's nothing special penny. There's no, it's not even a wide AM. So, but it does have minor curb appeal. Just for that. And it has nice sharp details. A little bit of damage. Nothing severe. Very little bit of scuffing. So I like it. I think it's very it's a handsome coin. So we're gonna put that with the collectibles as well. I mean, you could sit there trying to sell these things on eBay, and I have. I've actually sold these Lincolns that had no cladding at all. They're completely gray coins. They're beautiful coins, and you look at them in real life, you're like, wow, that's a really nice looking coin. And I have sold them, so that's why I saved them. It's not so much that they're of great value, but they are different. Here's another one I have here. Yeah, I saw that the other day. 69 Denver with a floater. This is a nice floater. You can see the collar that has copper on it. Well, you can see the copper, and this is a copper coin. Just it has that zinc toning to it, which is unusual. And like this coin here, and it's got a nice grease stripe. It's struck through grease. So, and the reason why you could tell that, because the collar is really sharp, and a lot of the lettering. So this was definitely struck through grease. It's a 69 Denver, and also it's a nice floater. So this, I might get a couple of bucks for this coin. And just because, look at that field. This coin has not been through the mills, It's there's no damage, little or no damage, under a real close-up. This to me is actually a really nice coin right here. I don't know if you agree. I think it is. It's my opinion. I admire different, oddities, and it's so much varieties. Varieties come and go, and the values go down because there's more of them found. But if you find an oddity, something that just stands out from the rest, whether it be the patina of a coin, the finish, the combination of issues, all the above. So, if you agree, I mean that's what I'm about. I mean, I bought coins off eBay just because they look nice. I like, for some reason I'm a big fan of the barber half dollars and the quarters, and just the reverse side of a barber half dollar. I think that's the most beautiful coin in the U.S. Mint. They're not even compared to flowing hair, dollars. I mean, yeah, they're worth money, but that barber half, that back of that barber half, and I think I have one. You guys have oh yeah, you got a moment. That's got it sitting right here, actually. I like it that much. I spent 30 something dollars for this coin. I'll show you. I just, there's something the way this coin was designed, with the stars and the eagle going over America. It's like busting out over the lettering. It's all that dimension going on. I find this coin to be super attractive out of all the American coinage. I paid 1909. I paid, and then the barber head also, very nice. It really sets a date, and this is not even in good shape. I just liked the way this one looked because it had nice toning to it. And it's $36. I mean, I overpaid. I know I overpaid. I think I got a better deal for it though, because what should we call it? I whittled them down a little bit. You can see. Look at the coin. It just says nice toning, even though it's worn. And you look at the back, the reverse. The coin just I bought it because I liked the way it looked, and it's not even it's like what, a fair, a very good to fair condition. Hey, maybe it could be very good. I'll go very good. You could see a lot of the lettering, but I mean, I'll tell you, I just bought it because I like the way this coin looked. You know, it's got even where it's just that was my point. You know, I really admire coins for how they look, like this 69. Yeah, just it's got a little smudging. No, it's a nice coin. Alright, with that I'm going to shut down this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like my channel, you know, subscribe. You know, I'm trying to build up a subscriber base. Maybe someday I can start earning a living off YouTube. But yeah, just give me the thumbs up down below. Hit that thumbs up for me. And if you aren't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Take care and have a great day. And happy coin hunting. Bye now.